Personal narrative. It's time to write and submit your narrative. You learned about narrative techniques. You practiced brainstorming ideas in the My Life As activity. You wrote an outline for your narrative. Now it's time to create your narrative. Let me show you how. When you write your essay, I would like for you to organize it in a way that makes it easier to read. So here's a really well-written personal narrative. However, it's hard to read because it's not really broken up the way that a typical story is. Remember, you always need to start with an indent by hitting Tab on your keyboard to start off your story. Anytime you have dialogue, that's when a character is speaking, you need to indent that as well. So here, this sentence includes dialogue, so we need to set that off. All right. So the next sentence that has some dialogue is way down here. Make sure you're capitalizing all of your letter I's, because that's a proper noun. It's a pronoun. Anytime your story has a different idea, you need to set that off as well with an indent. So they're talking about going on the ride, but now they're talking about getting hungry. Started to get hungry. So there we go. We ate something, so now we're going back into the story. She's got some dialogue here. The sentence ends in dialogue, so we need to indent that as well. Continuing to read through to see where else we need to get some indents going. So she's talking about riding a roller coaster. She didn't like the ride, it looks like. So the student here is kind of, I don't want to say rambling, but just running a lot of sentences in together. So we should try and break this up a little bit. So she's riding the ride. She doesn't really like it. She's cringing. She's making cringing faces at her mom. So that's a good place to start a new paragraph. She's still screaming, new paragraph. But it ended well. You don't need to write the words "the end." I know it's over because there's no more text. So now we have something that's broken up a little bit, and it makes it a lot easier to read than what we had at the beginning. If I undo all of my changes, you can see what this originally looked like. Pretty hard to read. So remember, use that indent, break up your text. Don't give me just a big old block of text here.